So pretty big test. Mahomes this week, obviously Kelsey, Chinese Kale. What's some big keys to containing that passing attack?
Obviously, it's going to be a group effort. All 11 guys, whoever's out on the field, just got to have great communication, great execution. We know what these guys present as an offense. So many weapons that they have. The type of quarterback that Mahomes is, keeping the play alive and, just kind of launching it downfield. So it's going to take all 11 of us. We got to all be on the same page. Got to try to keep him in the pocket. Got to be sticky in coverage.
Is the challenge with him, is Coach Fangio was saying, not only do you have to have a defense call for the play call, but for what Patrick might do.
Right, yeah, he's one of those quarterbacks in the league that make a lot of plays off schedule. Whether the plays break down or whether you get a good rush on him and he can get outside the pocket and throw back across the field and find somebody wide open. So definitely had to be ready for off schedule plays. Got to work. Well, we won't get any physical work done this week, but we just got to be prepared for scramble drill. And we got to plaster.
Kareem, is this a measuring stick game for you guys?
I don't think so. Just another game on the schedule for us. To get where we want to go. We gotta be able to handle, and take care of business. Regardless of who the opponent is. Obviously, it's the next one on the schedule, but it's a huge opponent for us in division game, and it's a tough opponent. So with them coming off of 2 losses and us, going into this one with 2 wins, I would expect them to come in, fired up and wanting to get things back on track for themselves. But for us, I feel like it's all about us and all about us taking that next step. In the right direction for us as a team, to get where we want to go. We got to be able to win games like this.
William, with Gronk retired right now, Travis Kelsey, the best tight end in football, toughest matchup, is it?
I would say he's one of the tougher tight ends right now. The guy in Philly's pretty tough. Some tough guys out there, but just his the combination of things that he can do. He can split them out. He can play the X. And he could be a mismatch for linebackers and also for DBs. With his skill set, he can run every route on the route tree. And he can create separation. So being in this and with them being in the type of scheme and the offense that Andy Reid has, it allows him to do a lot, and he's very capable, and like you say, he's definitely one of the best in the game right now.
What did you see from Devontae Harris yesterday getting his first start?
I think he played pretty good. Execution wise, he went out, he competed. And that's what the coaches expect out of him, and and so do we as his teammates. He had a great week of practice, so I think he went out and I think he played great for us.
Secondary is limited to big plays this year. How do you continue that trend?
Just all about communicating, and being on the same page. Knowing what the other team best guys are. Just trying to get bodies on them and try to keep them covered up. Obviously in the secondary, it all starts with communicating. If we're all on the same page, we feel like we can be one of the better groups, in this league.
Vaughn likes to talk about how sacks come in bunches. For the secondary, are turnovers kind of the same way?
Yeah, I think they kind of go hand in hand. Sacks, turnovers. Once you kind of get them going and you kind of get those first couple out of the way, you kind of get a sense of everybody want to get one. Everybody want to get a sack. Everybody want to get an interception or, cause fumble or whatever the case may be. So, and everybody's kind of flying to the ball. So I think that's the case for us right now. We're just trying to, like I said, just continue to build. And also it's one of the things that we preach day in and day out, in practice, trying to create turnovers and give our offense, extra possessions. So, if we're doing that, it's great for us as a team.
Coming off these last 2 games, where is the confidence level with this defense right now?
We're a pretty confident group. Even before this last 2 games, I feel like we were still a confident group just because we know what we're capable of as a team and as a defense. We felt like we was always 1 or 2 plays away. So for us, we just had to find a way to make those 1 or 2 more plays. So So now we're making those one or two more plays, whether it's causing turnovers or, getting off on third down, like we've been able to do the last 2 weeks. And, and it's putting us in some great situations. So, I mean, like I said, before these last two, I felt like we were still a confident group.
What has Alexander
Couple more
Johnson?
for Griffin.
What has Alexander Johnson brought in the middle of the defense these past 2 games?
Man, he's been great for us. He's had 2 huge games thus far. We know the type of player that he is. He's always been capable of that. I see the way he works, day in and day out. I mean, he's brought a lot of energy, a lot of toughness, especially just being stout in the middle in the run game. Also, I mean, he's been doing some great things in coverage also. So, I mean, just to be out there and to be a part of it and to be around him, and kind of communicating with him and stuff. So, I mean, he's been great for us.
Tyreek Hill has been a guy that's really hurt the Broncos the last couple of years as a safety. Is he a guy you got to watch that top end maybe more than others?
Yeah, definitely. With the speed that he possesses, you definitely got to know where he is. Gonna have to definitely hone in on our film study this week and just see how they're using him. I mean, obviously this would be his second game back from I think in the first game when he got hurt. So I mean, for them to sprinkle him in a lot more than he's been there in the last few games. So we definitely got to know where he is at every play. I'm sure they'll try to get him involved early and get him going, especially with him just coming back from injury. And like I say, all 11 guys, we just got to know where he is.
Time for 2 more, Troy and Brandon.
Your guy likes to show emotion on the field after big plays. What have you thought of Alexander's dinosaur call productions?
It's pretty interesting. I haven't seen it before in 10 years. I've played with some animated guys, but I mean, hey, to each his own. I mean, whatever gets you going. I mean, you kind of out there and you showing emotion, and whatever happens, it kind of moves you. And if that's your your alter ego or whatever you're adapting, when you're in between the lines, hey, I mean, like I say, I love to see it. So I mean, but for us as a team, if we're seeing that, then we know he's doing something pretty good out there, making some plays. So the more we see that, the dinosaur, the dino, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, we know he's making some plays. So I hope we see it as much as possible.
Obviously, both teams are dealing with it, but especially for a vet tenured, then how tough are the Thursday games physically for you? I mean, Joe alluded to guys that really play football. It's a
Right.
really tough turnaround.
Yeah, it definitely is. Because go from playing Sunday to Thursday and no practice. It's just the mental aspect of it. I mean, you just got to try to recover any way you can. You got to take a little bit. Take those couple extra steps, extra stretch, do whatever you got to do. To try to get your body back. To somewhat, a reasonable shape so you can go out there and perform on Thursdays. But, I mean, it'll definitely take, every day this week, even leading up to Thursday. I'm sure guys will still be doing some type of treatment or extra stretching or cold and tubbing or whatever the case may be to get yourself going for that Thursday night. So, I mean, as pros, I mean, it's part of the job, and, you just got to know, what your body's going to need.